Hey y'all, it is Samantha, the Urban Homesteader, and I am in my kitchen. I've got 2 cameras going so I can kind of catch 2 angles of what I'm sharing with you guys. Today I wanted to just kind of show you some of the things that I keep in my vet first aid box for here at the house, so that in the event that we have something going on, I am able to respond appropriately for my animals. I feel that it is important that if you have animals on your farm, whether it's a dog or a cat, goats, chickens, pigs, whatever, you also should have a small first aid kit just in case of an emergency. Cat, please don't knock that over. Sorry y'all, if my camera is kind of shaky, my cat is being a pest. Come here. This is Clovis. Say hi, Clovis. Clovis thinks he needs all the attention today, so he's going to be over here bugging me. Come, bud. All right, get down, buddy. All right, so let's start with some simples. I have an overabundance of syringes for various reasons. You never know when you're going to need one. I have them all different sizes, all different kinds. Some of them actually have medication in them, just in case I need to give a vaccination shot. These are Baytril. These were for my ducks. And I also keep a bag full of syringes, because again, you never know when you're going to need them. I'm going to actually, just to save room, I'm going to toss all of these in here, kind of, just in case. Those need to go elsewhere. Another thing, so my toolbox that I use has a tray, and I use my tray. I keep olive oil in there. It's a great lubricant if you need it. If you need lube up to do something. I do use it on my chickens for like sauerkraut. It helps loosen things up. I also have various antibiotics in here just in case I need them. I have no idea. Oh, I think that's arthritis. Meloxicam. This is, I can give this to my ducks. A drop helps relieve pain. I hate having to use it because generally if I'm using meloxicam for my animals, it's because somebody's dying. I also worm my cats. My vet recommended this. I got this at the pet supply. It is praziquantel. I worm my cats. It's great. This is sulfamethoxyl something. This is for squirrels, and I don't need it all the time, but it's great to have on hand because sometimes I do deal with sick squirrels. More antibiotics. Capstar. Okay, so if you have poultry, Capstar. You want Capstar. You can get the large dog, small dog, whatever. You want the Capstar. Capstar, should you have a bird, one of your chickens or your ducks or your turkey gets a case of fly strike, you want this. So you're going to give your bird a small piece. This is a small, I have small dog variety, but I will give my bird a 1/4 tablet internally, and then I will break up half a tablet in some distilled water, shake it up really good, and I will use this on the outside of my bird to help kill the parasites. It also worked on my squirrel when I had to rescue a baby squirrel. He is off running in the yard somewhere. It was in the spring. But Capstar, y'all, you can get it at the pet store. It's wonderful. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Get it. Of course, you want alcohol. This is hand sanitizer. I use it all the time when I'm working with my animals. Terramycin to help with eye treatments. It's good to have. Neosporin, I keep that in my box as well because you never know. I do occasionally rehab baby squirrels. I can't help it. I love them. They make me happy. They bring me joy. It's great. Let's see what else. Got my Vet RX. Okay. first aid supplies. I mean, we got lots of things. Injury treatment. A lot of people don't like them. Blue coat, red coat. I use them. I find them useful. A lot of people don't. But before I use them, I make sure that my animal is thoroughly cleaned, especially if they've been injured. I want to make sure there's no parasite, no larva, no maggots, no nothing. I make sure they are thoroughly clean before I seal their injury with red or blue coat. And it works for me. But I'm very, very picky about what I use it for. Terramycin, I will use it to clean my animal's wounds. It works for me. Again, you have to do what works for you. I do keep a small surgery set in my box. It includes scalpels and forceps and tweezers. And of course, I've got my cat nail trimmers in here as well. But this is in the event I have to do a minor surgery or if I need to take stitches out of an animal. Like when my dog Sergeant had her spay, I was able to remove her stitches and save a trip to the vet. But we also occasionally run into bumblefoot with our chickens. So being able to treat my birds for bumblefoot is very helpful. Let's see. You also want some first aid supplies. I keep gauze and cotton balls in here. Of course, I also have rubber gloves. They're in another compartment in my my box. Vet wrap, in case, you need to wrap an animal. I've got 2 sizes. I have large and small. Haven't had to use it yet, but animals are animals. They do crazy things. It happens. Now, if your animal gets hurt, especially goats, or yourself, it's good to have bleed stop. I have bleed stop powder here, but I also, in the event that I need it, and this is great. One, it's pretty flower, but it's also super useful. If you grow yarrow, Y-A-R-R-O-W, yarrow in your garden, and you dry it, the flower, all the aerial parts, the whole plant, dry it, grind it into a powder, and it works as a bleed stop. You can stop lots of bleeding. As an AFib patient who bleeds whenever I get cut, it is good to know that I have, if I can't find this, I know that if I have yarrow on hand, I can stop bleeding and I don't have to, freak out as bad. It works for me. But yarrow is great, or keep bleed stop on hand. I keep bleed stop. Again, I've got those. Now, you want to be able to clean your animal's wounds. I do keep antiseptic cleaning, cleansing liquid, and I have a bottle of iodine. Wait, this isn't iodine. I thought I had iodine. That might be in another, I might not have put that out. This is Power Punch. This is in case my goats come down sick. Okay, I have iodine somewhere. I keep iodine. But cleansing liquid and iodine, I gotta find that, are kept in my vet box in the event that I need it. Now for my goats and for my chickens, if they're all feeling kind of peckish or feeling kind of down, I do add electrolytes. I don't know where my chicken electrolytes are right now, but I do have some goat electrolytes. And of course I have the Power Punch, which is great. If you have goats or mammal livestock, you want to make sure you have a thermometer and probe covers. I mean, I don't necessarily think you have to have probe covers, but I find cleanup to be a lot easier if you have them. And make sure you have lubricant. Of course, I have the olive oil, but I also keep a container of petroleum jelly in my first aid box, just in case, I need it. I don't really like, lubricant is important. Use lubricant. Of course, I've got more syringes. Syringes are great. Vitamin B. If you have goats, sheep, cattle, your animals are feeling a little peckish, sometimes you need a little vitamin B. Sometimes they need a little vitamin B. So make sure you have vitamin B. Goats can be difficult to administer medication, so you're going to want one of these lovely syringes. I cannot think of what they are called, but they are pretty cool. You put them together like this, and this allows you to get into the back of your goat's mouth, like back towards the throat, and just administer straight to it, because they're liable to spit it out otherwise. They're fabulous. Okay, let me pack all of this up. all of this. I got a lot of stuff to pack up. Okay, so I was doing a podcast earlier on getting ready for my chickens and my goats, and I was talking about doing fecals. I haven't done one yet. I have a friend who is getting ready to come teach me, and I'm really excited about that. But I am prepared. I wanted to go ahead and get prepared because if I can take fecals of my animals, whether it's a chicken or dog or a goat or cat or whatever, then if I discover that there is a parasite that I need to treat, one, I have the information on hand because my vet gave me the information, and I can just call my vet and say, hey, I'm having an issue with barber pole, or hey, I noticed some coccidia, hey, there's tapeworms, or, you know, I can call my vet and say, hey, here's the problem, I need treatment, and they can get it to me. So some of the things, you're gonna need a microscope. I have a microscope, I didn't bring it out, it's still on my shelf, but get a microscope because you're gonna need one. You need the fecal float solution. I believe you can make it yourself. I have a friend who actually knows how to make it, so in order to save a little bit of money, I may let her teach me. You're gonna want these lovely little fecal float containers. I bought these offline. I have not opened them. Haven't used it yet. Again, see? Fecal float containers. And then the most important part, you need a slide. My friend Mary Jane at the old Five Notch Farm introduced me to the McMaster slide. Okay, so this, I bought mine on Amazon. This one does not have the green ink to show the hatching, but you can see all these little lines. This will aid in egg count. So once I've done the fecal stuff, I will take a pipette and I will pipe a little bit of the fecal solution into these cavities, and I will count the eggs in each one of these little cells. So there's 5 or 6 cells, 6 cells on each side, and I will do it both times, and then I will multiply it, and that'll give me a pretty accurate egg count for whatever is ailing my animals. These are great. I'm looking forward to having them. They are highly recommended to me by friends who have been doing fecals. So if you're gonna do them, I would recommend a McMaster slide. You can get them on Amazon. They're about $22 a piece. And it doesn't hurt to, you know how to do this kind of stuff. Just basics. Saves your doctor a little trouble, and it saves you some money if you can do it yourself. If you have any recommendations or suggestions on what I should add to my vet box, or if you see something that's missing, or you want to know more about something that I have, feel free to reach out, leave a comment in the comment section, or email me at theurbanhomesteader@gmail.com, or find me on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm always happy to respond. I'm happy for tips, tricks, advice, recommendations, suggestions. But this is what I keep in my first aid kit. If I'm missing something or you learned something from this, I hope you did. And until then, I will see you guys next time.